enjoyable. Oh, I've split my own force here, that was stupid. And they're not quite intelligent enough to know to break down the wall, which is fair enough. That's a standard pathfinding issue. You don't want to give your units too much intelligence, or they might start doing the opposite of what the player intends, so I can fully understand why they want to do that. I'm a bit annoyed that the battering rams don't seem to avoid combat in any way. The fact that they ran straight into that tower. Yeah, like that. No, I've just told you to go over here, so go over there. See, I can see me losing all of my battering rams just because of that, which is a little silly. I'm going to have to send a vanguard forward to go and deal with that. That can be controlled group 2. Well, this is a decidedly easy mission. Gives me a bit of practice in the old game mechanics. Not a bad thing. Really, the game does seem to be setting you up for multiplayer knowledge. It does seem to be giving you introductions to different styles of combat and different ways of playing, which is good because it gives you a lot of variety, it introduces you to everything, and it makes it more interesting. If the game was simply giving you harder and harder objectives, it would not be nearly as much fun. It would seem much more like a chore. I haven't been getting bored with this game. Even just sitting watching the combat like this is fairly interesting. I don't know if people feel the same way, but this is Age of Empires gameplay, and I don't see anything wrong with it. I like the slow, methodical pace to the game. There we go. Let's, whilst we're here, go and get this chest. I assume that there is also another chest around this side. I'll go and get that. It's definitely worth getting these chests. I like the loot system in this game. It works quite well. I seem to have a ridiculous quantity of resources now, though. I may have to start getting rid of some of those, or start getting more store stufficums. Or is it store stufficians? I forget. One-sided. Oh, fail. Are they actually managing to sneak through that forest? I'm fairly sure that's a bit of a glitch. Because on the PvP map I last played, they actually used these trees to block off a large chunk of the map, and at the other side, the other player was protected by a solid wall. So I'm thinking that the trees are supposed to act as a solid wall in those circumstances. Isn't the those? Oh no, they're not any bigger than usual. It's just I'm zoomed in. Yeah, it's just me. Here, chest. Hello, I want my chest now. Nope, apparently I'm going to get Stone Cold Steve Austin. I still haven't produced an academy, and the only time I produced an armory, I didn't use it. I've not produced a market either, presumably because I've only actually been building one village for each of the games. Oh, come on, where's this last chest? Because my scout died so early in that assault, I don't know where the other chest is. Well, for the sake of this stream, I won't go and do that. I shall quit the game, and we can head back to the capital. Music's quite good. It's not grating on me in any way, not as much as some of the music from Age of Kings did. Certainly some of that was excellent, but some of it was very repetitive and very annoying because of that. I think one more quest should be enough to get me to the next level. We'll have to see. Maybe I need to get about 2,000 experience points from the next one. With the stables gone, we can build up right outside the city. While Hercules proceeds, I call upon you for a most daring task. I am sure Thyestes will send his troops to try and stop us, and we will use that against him. My scouts will lead you to the perfect spot for an ambush. Destroy his reinforcements and his soldiers will question fighting for him. I can't spare many troops to assist you, but I will give you plenty of resources to rapidly speed up your efforts. Use them wisely. Cheers, Agamemnon. So, ambush 3 armies, destroy their battering rams, and we have a time limit, which is great. These games are definitely short enough that you can just drop in of an evening, play 3 or 4 games, and then leave it. The pacing on them is good, and to be honest, for an RTS game, it's quite acceptable. It's very pick up and play, and it works well with the model that they've got. I don't have a problem with the length of the quests. I don't think they're too short in any way. In fact, if anything, I'd say they're slightly too long once you've realised you've won, but again, that's down to other parts of the game mechanic rather than the overall pacing. It's down to surrenders and things like that. Is there anything I can set about purchasing? I think there is. I have a farmer's workshop, but I need some more pine planks to do that. Let's purchase some. And I can get the rest of them when I come back. And build myself another farmer's workshop. Hey, 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 hey! Do I not have... Oh yeah, I've got some food over there. Good. I was going to say. I did say, in fact. Okay, oh, that's what the timing is. Ah, okay. I wonder why these are shaded off. Is there something interesting around there? Maybe that's where the enemy will appear from, or will they appear along these roads? I guess they'll be appearing along these roads. So actually, we've already set ourselves up in ambush, and we just have to prepare for the attacks. That's fine, that makes sense. Let's get some more. Whoa, that's a lot of resources. I only just noticed that we have 2,000 of every resource. Rather than worrying about resource gathering, let's get to the Iron Age. And we're going to need a hell of a lot of housing as well. Excellent. Another thing is, because you can play defensively by getting hold of defensive upgrades, and because of the way the defences work on this game, siege weapons are even more important. I am gonna have to suggest, as part of the beta project, that they do something about this, because there are just not enough anti-siege weapons early on. There's the fire-holding special cavalry, but forcing you to get hold of those cavalry to set fire to buildings seems like a bit cheesy that you have to do those, because those can only be acquired through microtransactions, and I would rather the game didn't punish you for not using microtransactions. I will definitely be spending money on this game, by the way. It well deserves it. It's an excellent game, and I would gladly buy this if it was under a completely different pay model. So you might not feel the same way. I'm sure you're getting an opinion of the game and whether you will enjoy this or not. It's quite leisurely, quite enjoyable, I think. Now, how do I... Nope. I could have sworn there was a way of turning these buildings. Oh no, that's definitely not it. There we go, press that. Cool. Doo-doo-doo. You know, I think now would be an excellent time to build an armory. Ah, I can use the mouse wheels to do that. Cool. And you produce housing for all of the troops, because we are going to have a ludicrous amount of troops. And I'm not particularly worried how long it takes to do that. So, we've got spiky walls. Are those dire walls? Guard walls. Those look cool. I like them. Go, vulture. Okay, that's lightly guarded. And over here we have a heavily guarded tent, which means it will have some kind of uncommon, possibly rare inside it. And that I will definitely be acquiring at the end of the game. I noticed that the first army is arriving soon and I don't have any troops. Oh bugger. I'm gonna have to get my ass into gear here, aren't I? Why are you working on that when you could be working on something much more useful, like a barracks? Or barracks. Oh, it was all that food over there that I completely missed. I am apparently blind. I enabled this in the options menu that lets me see what I've got queued. This is really, really helpful. And to be honest, I'm surprised I don't have it on by default. It doesn't take up any screen space, and yes, it's absolutely imperative that you know what is being built where in your empire. Ooh. I'm going to get destroyed. Hey, there we go, all my housing's done. I think I need a few, probably need a few more. I'm also going to need some more people working on chopping down trees, which means producing some more villages. Now, I wish those were in different queues. It would be nice if they were on separate lines, as it were, so you could see all the different units you were building, all different types. But nonetheless, it's an extremely useful feature that I'm surprised they don't have by default. I am glad that you can do this by queuing up 2 units at once on the 2 barracks. In fact, I can create a lot more than that. That works very well. See how that's going. No, oh Jesus, I need even more houses very quickly. It's not good. That's probably because I've overqueued that's caused that, as opposed to anything else. That's all certainly that I've overqueued. Oh, but those have been produced very fast. I'm liking the bonuses. The bonuses, the persistent element with all of the improvements like infantry units trained 6% faster, makes such a difference. It really does. You feel it when you're playing. And that's the mark of a good progressive RPG, where a small percentage bonus still makes a big difference to combat. So you're not making things completely unbalanced, but it still improves the game and makes it more interesting and more tactical and just deeper, generally. And more strategic, I should say, as opposed to tactical. Well, it makes it both, actually. The game's got a lot of depth to it, and this is a very good thing. Let's see how we're doing with the Baptists, and produce some. So I can't because I don't have enough pots spare. Send those up. I wonder what this first army looks like. I shall see in a second, no doubt. Control group. Oh, good. Let's show our power. By murdering them indiscriminately, and they brought along mostly spearmen, which is almost no use because I have solely got, oh dear, because I have solely got anti-infantry types. So they are poorly equipped to defeat me. Let's destroy that. Oh dear, tore down my wall. And I like the way that it tears down the walls around it as well. That was something that wasn't in the original Age of Empires, I believe, and it would take a long time to take out a palisade wall just by virtue of the fact that it would do it one piece at a time. Since I'm constantly going to be running up against this cap, I should probably worry about upgrades for now, and also more wood, please. Where's my upgrade building? They all look slightly similar. I mean, they've got a lovely art style, but you kind of have to zoom in to do it, and it can be hard to see what something is from a glance. I mean, if that was turned, if all my other buildings were turned that way, it would be hard to tell that was a barracks without mousing over it. Okay. Decisions. I think I shall have to get more wood, regardless of what I do. Let's get infantry battle training. I should be able to see the benefits of that fairly quickly.